Okay, my friends, here we go. I'm sorry I'm late, and I probably will be late with next one too, because I'm getting away from my home for a while. So I will not be home, and I don't have my computer with me. So let's get down to it. Monster by Blackwing. New Year's Nonsense. After the event of heartwarming things went pretty slowly around Ponyville, as in Canterlot as well. Many a day spent idly, as if waiting for something to happen. Many an evening were spent at Fluttershy's, drinking tea, and many at night spent curled up by a warm fire. Hearts and Hoofs Days, or Valentine's Day on Earth, both Nightshade and Fluttershy decided to ask each other to be their special pony. Upon agreeing, they prepared to kiss, but one of Rainbow Dash's tricks went haywire, causing her to crash headlong into the timid Pegasus from above, lips puckered. "Age!" said Dash. "Oh, sorry, Fluttershy. Thanks for catching me, though." Her apology were unheeded. She was too stunned from the shock of being landed on, at the embarrassing just having to just kiss her best friend. She didn't pass out. She just didn't move for about 10 minutes. Arriving back at home, they settled for snuggling next to the fire, trying to warm Fluttershy up after she had fallen into the snow due to Dash antics. "You're beautiful," he told her. "You like me when I'm cold and shivering and soaked?" she asked, not understanding. "You're beautiful on the inside. You're always kind and gentle, always caring and how you put before yourself. You strive to make others happy, even if it costs your own happiness. No matter what you look like do to me, you'll always be beautiful," he told her and hugged her tightly. They fall asleep like that and were woken when Skulu came home, who tried and failed miserably not to wake them. Winter wrap-up came and went, and Nightshade's ability to provide energy to the animals. Half of them woke up of their own. As soon as that was done, he brought a mallet and many buckets and spriggets that he could. Having already marked off sap producing trees, he simply tapped them, not too high that it would hinder sap flow, but not too low that animal could get into it, and hung the buckets. Having such a large number of trees in an area, all healthy and strong, he gave them enough sap that once it had been turned into syrup, he'd already filled a very large storage tank within 2 weeks. Walking over to Fluttershy's cottage, covered in syrup, she couldn't help herself but to lick it off his cheek, which of course made them both blush. After a nice bath to clean in the tub, but not Shy's tongue, you perverts. Yep, I agree with them. He bottled up the syrup, and the next morning had breakfast. Pancakes with maple syrup were an instant hit with Ludshine's Goodloo, and Angel's opinion about his owner's newest friend became greatly improved after having a maple glazed carrot. Oh yes. Well, time to head into town to sell it. I just hope everyone gets some before Pinkie Pie finds out. And when she does, I hope she doesn't see to fit to stick her head into the tank. Nightshade said, promptly giggling from the other twos. Fluttershy went into borrowing a stove. They set up a pancake stand where they would sell the pancakes with syrup on it, as well as separate the selling for bottled syrup. Unfortunately, no pony was interested in newest product. They didn't even want to try it because of the creature selling it. Has to be in Ponyville become accustomed to seeing Nightshade heading out with Floodshy and Crusaders. It was because most of them were just eating breakfast. Scootaloo came flew down from above town and landed in front of the stall, and he sat up. "How's it going, pup?" she asked. "Not so good, Scoots. Nobody even wants to try some. I start to think they don't even want to know that I'm selling something," he said sadly. Suddenly, she flew up and main square yelled, "Get the sweet new sensation that's sweeping the nation. Shades and Shy's Sugar Shack is open for business. Put on your pancakes. Put it on your donuts. Bake it with your cookies, then glaze it on top. Come and get your maple syrup here." So, so sooner she yelled, Pinkie Pie zoomed out of Sugar Cube corner. "What? A new sugary sweet? Can I try some? Huh, 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 huh?" she asked in a usual happy tone. "Sure, Pinky. I don't have any other customers. So this was on the house," he said, motioning to Floodshy to bring a pack of pancakes. "Silly, it's not on the house. If it were, how should I eat it? And I don't see a house around here," she said. "I mean, the first one is for free," Nightshade responded plainly. "Oh, gimme," she said, not even waiting for the pancakes to be done. She grabbed a bottle of syrup, opened it, and downed it. "Oh, it's good," she said, with a maple coated pony. "Try it it's on some pancakes," he said, passing her a plate with a stack of 3, covered in syrup and a bit of butter on top. She devoured it in one bite. He wasn't even sure if she had tasted it. "And here's some taffy. You pour syrup on some ice and get this old chew, so make sure that you actually chew it," he said, putting a little at the rate which she was eating. Once her mouth was empty, her eyes lit up. "How much for all of it?" "All of what?" he asked in a third, not for what she was meant. "All the syrup, all the taffy, and all the glaze, all the cookies," she said, motioning to the various maple products. Hmm. He had to calculate. "Well, that plus those, all of those is 300 bits. But since you are buying in the bulk and you are only our customer, how about I drop it to 200?" She didn't say a thing. She somehow managed to gather all of it in her arms, while at the same time dropping a bag of contain exactly 200 bits on the stall counter before she ran off into Shukyu corner to experiment baking with her newest favorite substance. Floodshy commented that she was happier than it rained chocolate milk. Closing up the stall and returning to portable stove, they headed home with enough bits to rent a small store for 2 months, so they could sell their products indoors. They were not expected to sell everything, and certainly not a single pony. But it was Pinkie Pie they were talking about, and not for her expense was too great when it came to sweets. Arriving back at home, Nightshade find Pinkie Pie trying to get the lid off the tag holding up the syrup. "Pinkie Pie!" he yelled, causing her to fall and land on her head. She was fine. Apparently, her puffy mane cushioned her fall. That was scary, how she looked at him. She looked like a drug addict who needed to get her fix. "Okay, yes, Pinkie is a good, but I don't you think you are going a little bit overboard? I mean, it's just the first day, and there will be plenty more syrup for the rest of the spring, and I need to save more for selling throughout the rest of the year," he explained. Pinkie lost the look of madness in her eye. and her mane deflated just a little though. It will be okay. Spring literally started only 2 weeks ago, and I already have this much syrup. Tell you what, I'd like to set up a deal with you and the cakes. Let's head over to there, shall we? He told the pink pony, bring in an extra batch of maple cookies, maple glazed donuts, taffy, and some regular syrup. On arrival, he let out the cake sample some of the products. They had a similar reaction as Pinky, although far less extreme. They come to an agreement that they would buy the plain syrup in a bulk, or half the price, but 30% of the profit from anything they made would go to the sugar shack. All parties involved, though that was fair, and a deal was made. Now he didn't need to have his own store. He could just have them sell it. After all, Pony's new Sugar Cube Corner, they were more likely to buy the new pure product from instead of somewhere they hardly knew. From a dinky little stand in the middle of the town. Now it was time to work on school. How did you know that would work? Nightshade asked her. I don't know. I just know how to convince people, ponies of things, she said, flying through a cloud. She flew through it. It left a cloud trail. Hey, Scoots, could you do that again? Except make a letter this time, he asked. Sure thing, Dad, she acknowledged. She flew up and spelled her own name in a cloud trail. That's amazing. How do you know my name? Could you do my name? He asked. She did, followed by Fluttershy's name. That's great. I think I have a job for you tomorrow. Holding a large keg of syrup to the cakes and receiving payment for it, the trio headed home. Remember that job I told you about yesterday? Do you think you could write a new product at Sugar Cube Corner? He liked where this was going. Okay, she said. She even put it in full view of the entire town. Now, perfect. Let's get Rainbow Dash, Nightshade said with a wicked grin. They found her only 10 minutes later. You want me to do what now? Asked the cocky Cyan pony. I want you to fly up as high as you can, pull off a sonic rainbow, then pull out before hitting cloud level. Then fly around a specific cloud formation so your rainbow trail circles it, he told her. Why the hey would I do that for? Because I have 50 bits that says you can't. And said with a hint of spite. Oh, you're on. She accepted the bet without hesitation. Which cloud formation is it? Scoodloo, you know the one I'm talking about. Can you fly and show her? Sure thing, Dad. With that, Scoodloo and Rainbow Dash flew up into the sky. What do we do? What do we know now? Asked Fluttershy. We sit back and watch the magic happen. Sitting enjoying a glass of tea in town square with Fluttershy, Nightshade looked up and saw Dash waving at him, a signal that she was ready for him to watch. He waved back, and the Pegasus started her run. You may want to plug your ears, Fluttershy. This will be a little loud. As if I'm going to miss this, she said with a sultry grin. Noticing that Fluttershy was acting a little odd, she was about to question her on that. When the show started, Rainbow Dash picked up speed, went into a nosedive, executed Rainbow Boom perfectly. The entire town was startled, except for Nightshade and Fluttershy, who knew what was about to happen. Everyone looked up to see Rainbow Shockwave. Then, true to her word, Rainbow Dash flew around the cloud, writing without ruining it. Circling in the sky, the entire crowd looked up to see the message. New product at Sugar Cube Corner. Framed in the sky by vibrant rainbow. Immediately, a large number of ponies headed straight to the sweet shop. Rainbow Dash and Scooter landed by Nightshade, Scoots beaming and Rainbow with her usual cocky aptitude. You see that? I pulled it off. So now where's my 50 bits? She demanded with her roof out and ready to accept her payment. Ah, yes, your payment. Here's your 50 to you, Scoots, for you to Scoots. For a job well done, he said, handing out the clinking coins. Wait a minute, payment? Job? This was a bet. One that you lost, she said, a confused Rainbow Mare. I may have lost the bet, but I won something far more important. Look up, he said plainly, and the pair of Pegasi looked up to see a circling message in the sky. Awesome! Shouted Skulu. New product at Shoe Cube Corner? That what you have me to fly around? You tricked me into advertising? Dash said. Yes, I did. If you thought it was a job, you probably would have slacked off. But since it was a bet, I know you would do everything to prove me wrong, and you did marvelous. I had Scoodler write that earlier, but I needed you to bring everyone's attention to it. The boom got them to look up, and Rainbow Trail told them what to look at. He explained with a wicked grin. You know, you really are a monster, but you're a fucking good one. Getting paid to fly fast? So awesome! Dash said, making her awesome face. You think that's monsters? Just don't wait until you see what I did to Pinky and the cakes. The four walked down to the street and saw a massive crowd of ponies of the stores. Looking inside, the cakes and the Pinky were frantic trying to keep up with the orders. Practically the entire town was there, trying to get some of the new product. Pinky worked her way through the cows and looked at Nightshade with begging eyes. They are buying all my syrup snacks, she said, nearly in tears. Yes, but you can make a huge profit. And the more you make, the more syrup you can buy. You know, you can just buy some of them yourself, he said to the pink pony, laying on the ground in front of him. Suddenly, Pinkie Pie pulled a baker's hat out of nowhere, put a spatula in her mouth, let out a battle cry, and charged into the overrun store, only to call out moments later, "We're out of syrup!" Um, Hold on, Pinky. I get more and bring round back. The four of them went running back to the sugar shack. They encountered Applejack there on the way to town. What hey about the commotion? What do you think you're pulling about the town, Rainbow? She almost looked mad. No time to explain, AJ. Get Big Mac, Apple Jam, and 2 carts and meet me at my place around that back. Hurry, he told the orange mare, almost yelling. Soon enough, she returned with the carts and her family. Okay, I got you ask. Might tell me what's this all about? She asked, a little annoyed. Here's the deal. Shoe Cube Corner is overrun. We need to help them. Nightshade said. What, is it Parasprites again? She said skeptically. No, sugar-crazed ponies. I need you to help me hold this to Sugar Cube Corner, so the cakes and Pinky can make treats out of it. I gotta stay here to refill the cakes, he exclaimed. Listen, Shoe Cube, I don't know what you and Pinky are gotten yourself into, but you are too busy getting the farm ready to growing season. We just have the time. I pay you 20 bigs a keg. That's 4 kegs per cart. That's 80 bit per cart load. It's not that far, and it won't take as long. I gotta stay here to keep filling them up. I got 40 kegs worth here, and I'm sending all over. Nightshade gets getting worried. Holy cannoli, that's 800 bits. With that much cash, we could fix Granny Smith's hip. Let's go, Big Mac. Now Applejack was excited. Yep, said the big stallion and had hitched up the carts. Applebloom, Scoodloo, I need you with the unloading at the cakes. Rainbow Dash, I need you to clear the way to the carts. And I don't want anything delaying them. Fluttershy, you with me, filling the cakes. Yeah, each got 10 bits per cartload. Got it. They all said in unison. Each handed out their specific tasks. Fluttershy flicked her tail in the air and swished her mane over her eyes. You know, I love a guy who knows how to take charge, she said in a sultry tone. The same from earlier that day. Fluttershy, I've been meaning to ask you, are you feeling okay? He asked, genuinely bored about his close friend. Never better. Now, could you, if you don't mind, lend me some sugar? What? He was turning to her and find that she had pressed her lips against his. For a moment, he thought about fighting it. Then he just closed his eyes and kissed him. Okay, that's spelling wrong. Okay. All right. Now let's get back to work, Fluttershy said. Nightshade was a little surprised how much she had opened up. She was still wondering if something might actually be wrong with her, or if it were their relationship just developing. He was a special soap pony after all. He raised his eyebrows. She just giggled, then they continued their work. After the ruckus was over, it was at night time. Nightshade had the main six, the Crusaders, Big Mac, and the Cakes were all sitting around a table in the wreck of what once has been Sugar Cube Corner. Jeez, it looks like a tornado went through. I wanted to bring in the customers, but I didn't think you'd get this many. Nightshade said, still in amazement just how popular the maple product has been. Well, he sent all 40 kegs of syrup, meaning that he now all out. And the cakes usually used 10. They brought their rest anyway, partially because they knew they would be using for the next couple of days, partially because Pinky begged them to. Yeah, we had ponies come in all the way from Cantlot, Pinky said with glee. World sure travels fast, Nightshade said in disbelief. Well, when you hear a massive boom and look into the sky and see an advertisement, it's hard to ignore, said Princess Celestiano in a stern voice. Princess? When did you get here? Asked Dash. I was flying over Ponyville over an hour trying to find a spot to land. Crowd finally cleared out 10 minutes ago. I decided to give you that much time to make you a doll. At least somewhat presentable, she said, and everyone looked around at the mess on the floor. Don't worry about it. I understand you had a busy day, Celedia said, raising an eyebrow. Nightshade said weakly. Do you have any idea how much of a ruckus you caused? She said, glaring at him. He got. It was brilliant, Celestia laughed. I haven't had so much fun since Grand Galloping Gala a few years back. You all remember it, don't you? She turned around at Twilight and her friends. They let out a weak laugh. She obviously trolling and they all fell for it. Oh, I just remember. I believe you have to pay you for the syrup. Mr. Cake broke awkwardness. Let's see. We made 8,000 bits. He began foaming at the mouth from the shock, and fell over the chair onto the floor. Mrs. Cake picked up where he left off. Okay, so 30% is 2,400 plus another 2,000 for all the syrup we brought for this week at half price, which is no doubt coming handy. So that around 4,000 bits for you and Miss Floodshy, leaving us with the 3,600 for the day. Miss Mrs. Cake now fated in return. Making 3,600 bits in a single day was unprecedented. Not even Pinkie Pie had spent that much at the shop when the first time she first came to town. Okay, so that was 1,000 bits to Big Mac and Applejack. I know we agreed on 800, but I think you deserve a bonus. And 100 to Rainbow, Scootaloo, and Apple Bloom for their work. Again, we agreed upon 10 per load, so 40 each. But I think, given the situation, so it's more fair that that's 4,400, 1,300, leaving me Floodshy with 3,100 bits. Nightshade counter dividing the profits as the cake were now incapacitated. Big Mac's eyes went wide. Applejack looked weak in the knees, even though she was sitting. Pinkie Pie was freaking out, more because she had all the syrup than the bits. Twilight and Rarity were speechless. Now this human, who had been revealed to Equestria barely 5 months ago, could have set all this up. Celestia looked amused while eating a maple cookie. Beside that, I think we found that what you are good at, Scootaloo, Nightshade said. What do you mean? She asked. Well, you're very good with cloud writing. Very good. You could go around making cloud advertisements for various businesses, and you, Rainbow, could do it together. You make the writing, he was interrupted, and I provide with a bang, said Rainbow. You get something fun to do that you are good at, and you'll be flying with Dash all day long, he continued. Scootaloo was jumping up and down in excitement. So what you do, say kid, wanna fly with me? Said Rainbow in her usual cool manner. At that moment, a picture of a pencil drawing clouds appeared on Scootaloo's flank. I take that as a yes. The Crusaders were ecstatic at their final member now had their cue mark, and Scootaloo was psyched about being able to spend all their day with their idol, having fun flying. Everyone was talking about what they would do the next, when they were interrupted by Nightshade asking a question. While I wonder that is good, I wonder why all the ponies went that crazy for it. I mean, yeah, it's new, but here there's no way it should be have brought that reaction like that, he asked. Celestia looked like she knew something, but didn't say a thing. Big Mac began to whistle. Pinkie Pie broke the awkwardness. Oh, it's nothing. Every pony just goes a little crazy come springtime. Part of the craziness is getting a big sweet tooth. They are going to really bonkers next week and stay like that for 2 weeks before going back to normal. The pink pony explained. Well, it makes sense. Pinkie looked like an addict with syrup. Fluttershy was becoming more and more assertive. Maybe this happened every year. Nightshade still thought about the key hiding something from him, especially since all started trying to not make eye contact. But they were his friend. Whatever it was, he could trust them with it. I hope I don't run out of syrup. Celestia took a taffy, and Pinkie tried to grab it and eat it, only to be held back by her magic, still flailing wildly, trying to get the sugary sweet. She hung upside down to rest her pony just laughed. Okay. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That was a lot of bits and a lot of fun. And I'm quite sorry it is late for me to read this, but I will continue to read whenever I have the time. It will not be on Monday, maybe not Tuesday, but I will read it later on. So have a nice weekend. See you later.